Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your mid-month November tarot and oracle card reading. We are going to start right away with an oracle card, and then we'll dive into the tarot. Inner child. Okay, I like this card. It's something about it just seems magical. Healing unsolved childhood scars, childhood trauma, holding you back, exploring your childhood wounds. The key to this, though, is the healing, right? We want to come into situations as fully healed as we can, letting go of those old wounds, understanding that some of maybe what we were taught was just simply not true. False narratives, letting go of false narratives. All right, let's see what the tarot can tell you. Detailed Celtic cross-style reading today. Current situation, the Six of Wands, the immediate influence, the Ten of Cups, and your subconscious. I like that. You have the Sun, the Knight of Cups in the distant past, Page of Swords in the more recent past. Ten of Wands is coming towards you. You're represented by the Fool. You're going to be feeling like you could take on the world. You are attracting the Five of Wands. You've got the Three of Swords and your hopes and fears. Queen of Cups and the outcome, liking it. The bottom of the deck here, we have the Page of Wands, Temperance, and the Knight of Pentacles. Balance is needed, is what they keep saying. I feel like there's some part of your life that feels an urgency to rush forward impulsively. But then with that Knight of Pentacles, it holds you back and says, no, wait a minute. So if it's somebody around you, perhaps you're involved with a fire sign who says, let's get married tomorrow. Or it says, let's open a business today, right? Everything is right now. There's something about this saying, let's be reasonable though. Let's evaluate. Let's look at things. And so with Temperance right in the middle, it really does bring in a nice balancing act. Now, of course, I love this, but I love it that you're represented by the Fool. I will put it like this. And that you have the Sun as in your subconscious. This is important because the Sun is your point of attraction. And so you're going to find that situations that you're attracting just seem to go better. There's a flow, there's an easiness, there's a synergy. You're going to meet people and you're going to say, I want to know them better. Or they're going to say to you, when can I see you again? I'd love to work with you again. I'd work with you anytime. Okay, it's that kind of energy of the Sun here 3 different times as well. And so they're really telling you it's a new beginning, a dawn of a new day is coming for you. And so if you're ready for that, say I am, because you have it coming. And I also feel like too, you may find that you surprise yourself. As much as you have an energy of wanting to analyze, you also have a feeling of, I just want to get right into it. I just want to go forward. If it's a relationship, there may be competition around you. I feel like you may be attracting somebody, don't get too scared off, that has a really gnarly ex. If it's a divorce situation and they're co-parenting and they cannot get away from each other, then it's that. If it's something else and they're trying to co-parent 4-legged friends, might be time to decide custody and give somebody permanent issue. Because something about their energy does not work well together. So I feel like for some, you're the voice of reason in a situation. You bring in balance, harmony. You've got great healing in the energy of Temperance as well. And so I feel like with Temperance being here, it's such a beautiful energy of ease. It's an energy of staying connected to source, but knowing that your path isn't always straight. Sometimes it's got some linear twists and turns, not linear, some twists and turns, and that's okay. That you're being guided no matter where you are on that path. And so I do feel like with this energy, it's don't throw the baby out with the bathwater is what I keep hearing. So for some of you, you're going to keep persevering through a situation with the 10 and the 5 of Wands. And I do feel like you come out in such a good place where you'll say that was worth it. I'm glad I stuck it out. If it's something even like a pension, if you're in retirement mode and you're saying, but if I stay a little bit longer, I know I'll be better off financially. This is where you find that second wind, that resolve, and you say, I'm going to stick it out just a little bit longer, and you'll say it paid off. Okay, if it's something about selling a house and relocating, and you say the market's been crazy and now is not the time for the sellers anymore where I live. I need to stick it out a while longer. I feel like in the end you get a bigger payoff as a result. I keep seeing, do you know the marshmallow test? It was where they put marshmallows in front of little kids to see if they would eat them and put them on camera. It's like, I keep hearing the marshmallow test. Like if you're able to sort of navigate and not do anything impulsively, you're going to find that you get a bigger reward in the end. That's how I'm hearing it. I will tell you though, that Page of Wands energy is exhilarating. So it's not going to be torture. Even if you have to put something off, I feel like you're going to find that you're fine in the meantime. In fact, the Page of Wands will help you if it is something like selling something. You'll get it in immaculate condition where you'll say, you know what, it was better. I put in a little more effort. It's in better shape. If it's something to do with a relationship too, I do feel like you have one coming in here that it may be irresistible. All right. So if you've had to pass over some relationships because they just weren't quite right for you, with this 10 of Cups, 6 of Wands, this is easy street. It's celebration, it's triumph and victory. It's a new path. And so with that 6 of Wands, know that you'll be finding the right people inside and out. And if it does have something to do with old wounds, I do feel like you're putting those down for good, those old tapes and messages that perhaps you inherited from your family of origin about money or relationships. You're going to say, you know what, I see how that was for them. My life is different. And so with the 10 of Cups, it's harmony, joy, celebration, the happy family card. This can be a card of reunion. So if you do have something planned to get together with people you haven't seen in a while, you'll be loving life. All right. Now, if you have even something where you're going to work with somebody again, I do feel like you're going to say, this is awesome. It's a great partnership. Any partnerships that you have, I feel like you're going to know immediately if they're for you or not. And you'll be able to use your discernment. And some you may say you'll try to negotiate and try to get yourself into the best partnerships possible. Okay, if it has something to do with the work, because I do feel like with this, the sun shines on you, Virgo. You have it here too. And so this is also attracting the right energies. Sunflowers are great in the tarot. The only other card that features sunflowers is the Queen of Wands, but this is a time of illumination, putting the spotlight on certain areas of your life that will tell you where to proceed. This is a huge yes card. It's a card of pure positivity, of unconditional wellness and health and development. It's triumph, though. You have the banner of victory here. So whereas you may seem small in your day-to-day life, you're making huge leaps and bounds. And so I feel like you're going to have something go forward here where you'll say, I know I attracted that. And that's your point of attraction, is this. So attracting all the right players. If you need to have a meeting about something, you're getting all the key players at the table so you don't have to wait. You don't have to sit around waiting for answers. And like I said, there is an element of evaluation here, but I feel like it's not crazy. It's not being held off so long that it's just driving you nuts. So where there's a will, there's a way with this Knight of Cups. He has a vision. He wants to move forward. So with this Knight of Cups, know that you're moving forward towards your goals. It is a card of attracting love, though, too. So if you had a breakup because you saw other couples and you said, I don't have that. This is not the relationship that I'm in, and I want that. I want somebody that treats me like that one treats that one. I feel like that may have been the catalyst even for a breakup. And that can happen. I've done it in my own life where I thought, you know, I don't really feel like ending this relationship, but I also don't love this person. Guess what the universe will do for you there? Here's the ending. Okay, saying, well, that's not matching up with what you really want. So I feel like somebody here, you got the vision, and that's when shift happened. You're making shift happen. All right, I can't say it enough. With the Page of Swords in the more recent past, I do feel like there was an ending here. But I also feel like you got to be able to see it for what it's worth. If you ultimately drew that in and you know that your energy was a bit off, so meaning you were not living out your truth for some, I do feel like this comes in to help you, but it just feels like it was done in an abrasive, abrupt way. Again, this is in the past. So I feel like you're moving out of that energy. You're moving towards something that's going to be a lot easier. And you're going to see things like we were talking about for what they are, not what we want them to be. Sometimes when we're trying to manifest something into what we want it to be, there's just too many moving parts. And so people don't show up how we want them to be. And we say, I know they can do it, I know they can do it, but then they keep doing what they do. So with this, I feel like you may be a bit cautious, but I heard cautiously optimistic. I do feel like with this 10 of Wands, you've got one last push. Okay, this one last push keeps you a bit stagnant. Now, ultimately, you are moving out of this, so I don't see it as a huge problem, but it is calling for the end of a cycle, something that's been challenging, something that's taken up too much of your focus. I do feel like they're saying, especially with the sun, you have an illumination coming. I heard Illuminati. And so you have a period, and there's a lot of planetary alignments going on that happen only once in a very long time, especially too if you've been stuck the past 10 years or so, maybe actually more than that, like since 2008. If you feel like you've been rather stuck, you're moving forward, and here you go. So this energy of the Fool represents you on this life journey. It represents your soul. This is a card telling you you will be victorious, but let go of all the old hang-ups, all the old tape recordings, the old patterns. With the Fool, you have infinite possibility. If you're relocating, it's going to be fantastic. Here's where you feel alive again. Here's where you know you have unlimited potential, and it's your time to move. The energy of the Fool brings trust, enthusiasm, new beginnings. It's an energy of being on a quest. Nothing will stop you here. It can be a bit of an eccentric energy, so you might do things that are a bit unorthodox to get where you want to go. And so be open to that, even if it's with travel, because this can be a card too of travel. But he gets what he wants by not playing the same old way. So I feel like they're saying try something new here. If you've been wanting something, try something new, break the mold, do it a different way. And so with this Fool energy, it is time to move forward and have a brand new beginning. It is the card of 0, so pure potentiality, but it's also too saying you're unlimited in flow, that you've tapped into the limitless flow of the universe, and that you're very open-minded here. So be aware of that, because you're going to have people attracted to you like magnets, because you're open to anything. You're up for anything. And you might surprise yourself too by your own flexibility here, because here's where you'll pivot easily. Nothing holds you back, even with this gnarly mess. So we talked about this before. There's some kind of quarrelsome energy around you. I don't feel like it's totally directed at you as much as it's around you. So you may have to help somebody course correct. You may have to make some different decisions too, if it is like you're going to step in it again. Because with this 5 of Wands, it's about change. And I do feel like they're saying it's time to go in a new direction. With the 3 of Swords being in your hopes and fears, embrace change. That's what they're saying. That 3 of Swords can be a bit of a sticking point. It can be heartache and betrayal. And if somebody betrayed you once, do not let them do it twice. Okay, don't let them back in unless you absolutely have to for some reason, because you don't need to keep accepting this. This is not acceptable as far as I can tell. And there's fear here. Okay, somebody's afraid. I just don't want that to happen again. Guess what? You'll have it happen exactly the same way, the same setup, if that's your feeling. So the outcome says you're very intuitive. You're emotionally invested in people, places, things. The home is where the heart is. And I also feel like with this, it's people that you're attracting. People will want to help you in this energy. They want the good of all. This is not a singleness of purpose kind of person. People you attract will say, how can I help you? How can I serve the greater good? Now with this, it's also very caring. So I feel like, again, people are going to want to get your feedback. They're going to want to know your opinion. In a relationship, you're attracting somebody who will be an incredible confidant. You can talk to this person about anything. You can talk to this person deep into the night. This person will ride for you like nobody else. So let's see now, Virgo, what you need to know about money. And then we'll go on and sum it up with love. Break free, okay? You're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it's very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. So if you are leaving a situation, because you have it with the Fool, know that even if you're relocating, you'll still, I keep hearing home is where the heart is. I keep feeling like you'll still have this, the people that are important to you, you'll still have those relationships. All right, let's see what else we need to know about love. Healthy choices. Self-love and self-care, being happier, love in life, and that is also part of the Queen of Cups. Take care of yourself, my friends. I love you, Virgo, and I'll be back again soon.